Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are winning the war against the Husko destroyers because they keep sending tiny little fleets against our bastion over here and it's just not doing well at all. In the meantime, our fleet is taking over their territory over here. Okay, that war is not declared on us, so we don't really care. Excellent. I wish there was an option, actually, in the market to just every month sell every one you have available. Like, have it like this, where it just sells all of your food every month that's left over at market price. That would be nice. Unfortunately, such a thing does not exist, so instead, we'll do something along the lines of that. Excellent.
Research complete.
Okay, so we took that territory, which means that we can now survey this system. There's also space whales over here, so that's nice. We can see that via our sensors. And we did get our research station output. Disruptors? That's a great way to get rid of shields. We'll do it. Okay, so we're going to need to at least enter this system with our science ship before we can send our guys up over here. Did they even destroy a single defense platform? No, they did not. They did some damage to it, but it's repairing. Excellent. So you're going to jump in 5 days, so we're going to be able to move over here very, very soon indeed. There we go. Come up over here. Once you're done with that, return to Grunthurst. And we'll strike out over this way in a moment. Because first things first, we need to upgrade our ships. We've gotten a fair amount of tech in.
Hostile fleet rumbled.
Oh, is this a real one? That's kind of a real fleet. Do we win this fight? I don't know if we win this fight. Well, their fleet finally showed up. We'll just do that, not that it's going to matter. Actually, I'm going to cancel them. If they take this over, I'm not sure what happens to those alloys. And they may take that. Like, the power values aren't strictly comparable between ships and stations, but they may or may not take this.
Geology charted.
I mean, if we get some lucky hits and knock out corvettes early on, we may win that. However, we are, of course, immediately moving our fleet up. And we can go ahead and bring this guy over here, and we can also check out what's in this system.
Rocket new tech.
Okay. Get up here, ASAP. Like, I want you to go upgrade. And cut them off at Grunthurst. I want them to get no further than Grunthurst for sure. And yeah, they did end up taking Satula. That is kind of to be expected. But it's going to take them some time to push up here. Hopefully not, or it's hopefully going to take them long enough to give us time to get up there. They haven't jumped yet. It's going to take us how long to get to Grunthurst? 600 days. That's a little spooky. Grunthurst, go ahead and create a construction ship. We're going to need one down over here. Also, our macro has slipped a little bit. So, this mining world, we currently have a chemical plant. We could probably get away with building... Chemical plant is actually the only thing that we can create that's in terms of strategic resources right now. What else are we producing? I mean, we could build a second chemical plant. That only costs 10 minerals. Yeah, let's do it. The other thing we could potentially be doing here and I think we should do, is building 6 defense platforms around Grunthurst. I don't want to lose this shipyard. This generator world here does, of course, need an energy grid. And it needs some housing, too. Let's go ahead and give it an agriculture district. And this mining world here could definitely use a synaptic node. There we go. They still haven't jumped from Sechula. I'm rather surprised by this. But our construction ship can come down here and grab these volatile motes. I still wonder why they didn't colonize these systems. Maybe they just never got around to it? Or maybe they were hitting, like, an Empire Sprawl breakpoint that they didn't like? That's Disruptors done. That's actually a huge deal. So let's take a look at damage types quickly. So, in our corvettes here, we've got lasers. Now, lasers are bad against shields and good against armor. Whereas mass drivers are good against shields, but bad against armor. But you know what's better than mass drivers at dealing with shields? Yep, Disruptors. Because they go straight through shields and armor and just immediately hit the hull. So, I don't want to have our boosted shield damage reduced, or our boosted armor damage, or, well, it's going to be reduced, but I don't want it to be gone. So we'll just put a single disruptor on this guy. And then for the destroyer, we'll do basically the same thing. We'll put a single disruptor on the destroyer. That's range of 50, so it'll be okay for the destroyers. Actually, we're going to put a second one on the destroyer. We don't have enough power for that, actually. We could potentially do what? Remove the afterburner and put in a reactor booster. That'll work fine. We don't actually need the evasion too much on a destroyer. Now, cruisers, they stay at 80 range. And disruptors only go up to medium at 50 range. Small is 30 range. Small is 30 range. Picket ships are 30 range. Okay. So, it would be completely useless to put plasma on a cruiser. So we're not going to do that. However, on our defense platforms, we could definitely do something along the lines of that. Okay, there we go. So that's a nice little upgrade overall. They still haven't jumped out of Sechula. We've moved 4 systems.
Innovation rollout.
That's interesting. Naval cap. We're going for naval cap over fleet cap because our current fleet cap is 60, but our naval cap is 92. So we can't technically have 2 fleets without having some severe issues. And having 2 fleets is a major strategic advantage over having 1 fleet. For obvious reasons, we could have had 1 fleet over here and 1 fleet attacking over here, which would have certainly been a benefit. But if they're just not going to jump here, then we're going to take advantage of this time. I mean, we already are. We're getting our defense platforms up. Although I'm going to cancel these defense platforms. And I'm going to upgrade these as soon as this is done, and then we'll re-queue these since we've changed them. Advanced afterburners, though, that actually is a big deal as well. Let's go ahead and grab hull points. That's a nice passive bonus. But in the meantime, anything that is currently running afterburners, especially corvettes, needs to have tier 2 afterburners. Cruisers are also running them. That said, they don't really have the power for this. We could have a single tier 2, and then later on, when necessary, we could put in a reactor burner. Or a reactor booster, that is. Okay. The tech is just pouring in at this point. And there's just nothing over here. Okay. Sounds good. Well, first things first, we're grabbing the volatile mote, and then I think we colonize this system. Well, claim it, anyway. This tech world does, in fact, require a synaptic node. So there we go. Fantastic. They still have not left Sichula. I mean, they were probably heavily damaged from attacking the station, right? They may have backed off for repairs. We didn't have a shipyard there, so if they wanted to repair, they probably had to go back at least to Nikor. And yeah, there they are. Although they're heavily weakened. They almost certainly went for repairs. But that cost them a full 2/3 of our travel time. Like, they can push up this way, sure, but we're going to be able to respawn by the time they get there. Okay, they sent in another fleet. That one's their actual decent fleet. That's perfectly fine. Grunthurst, go ahead and upgrade those, and then build 4 more defense platforms. And we're going to be arriving up here in 160 days at this point. Like, they don't have enough time to push to Grunthurst anymore. That had to be their strategic priority, and they couldn't do it. It's a huge deal. They simply don't get here in time. Okay, we no longer need this science ship. So let's just ban that. And yeah, I mean, they're going to keep coming this way, but that's okay. I'm not concerned. Our fleet is 3.5k strong without being upgraded. It's going to be upgraded substantially here. It's going to cost 788, but that's okay, we've got it. We're going to upgrade at Grunthurst and then push down this way, intercept their fleet. So go on in and upgrade ASAP. That'll also get us what little repairs we need. And I'm just very unconcerned about this. They can do that. That'll just buy us some time. Of course, we do still need something in this generator world, and it looks like a synaptic node is what we need. And we're currently behind on a little bit of housing. This forge world needs some. I'm going to give it a generator district. This mining world needs some. I'm actually going to give it a generator district as well. This looks like tile blockers? No, it's just that it can't have more districts than that. Okay. This forge world here could certainly use a generator district, so we'll give it one of those. This tech world could also use a generator district, and we're going to be replacing these as our worlds come more online. We're going to be replacing some of these with hive districts. There's no doubt about that. A lot of that is temporary. Just to keep our economy on track for now. And we are currently upgrading. We are 7% done upgrading.
Hostile fleet rumbled.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
Hostile fleet rumbled.
Mm-hmm. They can do this. We're 20% done upgrading. We can respawn any direction they go over here. This is fine. We're fully repaired now. And 30% done updating. Updating, yes, that's the word I'm actually looking for. Leader upkeep would actually save us quite a lot of energy credits. Let's go for that. Excellent. And I mean, by the time they get to safe over here, we're going to be at 50% done upgrading. We've got time. Actually, they're not even booking it. There they are. 60% done already, though. So, we need to see which direction they're going to go. Once we know which direction they're going to go, like, it's more dangerous that they go to Lingol. We're 80% done updating.
Construction complete.
Okay, we need to come down here and build a starbase over here. There we go. They did take safe. We're at 90% done updating.
Accretion complete.
We need housing on this generator world. We can build a generator district. That'll be fine.
Accretion complete.
This tech world could use a research lab. Go for it. Gotta keep that macro going after all. Okay, we're fully upgraded. We have no intel on whether they're going to Grunthurst, Lingle, or Troidum. We don't know. We don't have the sensors to find out. We just have to wait and see. What tech is this? Ion disruptors? You know what? We could upgrade again. Tier 2 disruptors. It shouldn't take too long to do, theoretically. We'll put tier 2 disruptors here. There we go. And one on our Corvette as well. How long will this actually take to upgrade? It would only be 30 ships. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. 10% done already. They're going to Lingle. They can't make it past Wiesen, right? It doesn't indicate that there's an FTL inhibitor there, but there should be?
Hostile fleet rumbled.
Regardless, this is fine. We're 50% done, and that means that we know for a fact that they're coming down this way, which means we can definitely intercept them. As soon as we're done upgrading. 75%. 85%.
Research complete.
95%.
Ships
Done.
upgraded.
We're going. Naval cap increase. That is nice. We are going to go for food from farmers.
Construction complete.
Because we could definitely use more energy credits. No doubt about that.
Construction complete.
Okay, they are attacking Wiesen. We need to get there. It's kind of unfortunate that we're now chasing them. But I think... I mean, this is supposed to be... We have planetary FTL inhibitors, right? That's supposed to be an FTL inhibitor. And they actually are kind of slower than us, I think. I think we move faster than they do. Okay. Let's go. Absolutely not FTL inhibited. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. So we need to continue chasing them then. I really thought Wiesen would... Like, I'm used to planets causing FTL inhibition, but apparently they changed that?
Rocket new tech.
They're actually splitting up here. I want to go after these guys first. They're the bigger deal. Go on, get down here. Tech is this? Okay, food from farmers. That is perfectly fine. We'll go for starbase capacity, I guess. That's more of a reroll than anything. I do need to put a cut in here, but I really want to catch these guys first if we can. And we absolutely did catch them. That's perfect.
Rocking up to enemy fleet.
Okay. Kill that fleet. They have no chance. There's no way in any universe that they win this, even without us having no leader. Or with us having no leader, even. Okay. There we go. Come on back up here. We'll also reinforce. There we go. And then, once we take Dermius back, we'll just push back to Sechula. That's the plan. However, it is very much time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.